We're here with Austin, and he came top cut at the most recent Australian regionals in Adelaide for One Piece the card game. I'll let him explain what deck he played and what he came.
I came third in Swiss and then died in top 16 because I did some bad choices and it is what it is. So yeah, I played Green Purple Doffy. I think my favorite deck for the format, or at least for 4.5. Grinded it out. Didn't think I was going to do well today, but I was pretty lucky on the day. So yeah, got third Swiss, top cut. Obviously wanted top 8, but you get what you can get. So yeah, the deck profile. So for the 2k counters, we play 4 Benefister, Searcher. Card's really good with some of the cards that we play in this deck. With 1 Beneficers, we can play it multiple times with cards like Law. But yeah, it's also a solid 2k just to have if you don't want to play it. Added 2ks, we have 4 Choppers and 2 Shikis. Originally it was supposed to be 3 Shikis, but I cut one out to play 2 cards that I thought would help me with some matchups. But nah, 10 2ks, well essentially like 6 because you barely use these for 2ks was really good. I didn't miss having the 11th one, so I was happy with this. Next for our turn 2, turn 3 plays. 4 Namis, self-explanatory. Your Searcher keeps your hand advantage, and 5k body is pretty good with no Whitebeard, so really strong. Brooks, and the target's obviously 4 Namis, 4 Baccarats and 3 Usops. Really good to get early board presence against matchups like Kata and well, other matchups also, but mainly for Kata. Yeah, but these cards did so much, so I was very happy with them. Our blockers, we played 5 Law, really good card, I love this. Play it, back with Benefesta, summon Nanami, really good. Just got like, you get like 2 searches and you bring back a 2k to your hand. And then 4 Queens. This card, I didn't use it that much before I reached 8 Don, 9 Don, because I really wanted to get to up to 10 Don to play some of the big bodies I had, but it did a lot, unbricks your hands a lot sometimes, but it was also sometimes it's just you. And then the other blocker, just the 1 Luffy. Yeah, it was also going to be 2, but like I said, with the Shiki, I took the card out for something else, which I'll explain later. But this card was okay. I saw it quite a lot of times for 1, purely because you could search it, and it did quite a lot. Help establish board presence after you get cleared, so it's really good. Next, our high end, we play 2 Kaidos. Wanted to play more, didn't have the space, but this card was really good at clearing boards and just having a really big body. 1 Kid, it was I only played 1 because I only had 1. So, but obviously I would have played 2 if I had a second, but that is okay. It was a wanted kid, not this one, but you know, I'm poor, I don't have that at the moment. And then the 2 cards I decided to add in last minute was 2 Doflamingos. I think all the recent lists were cutting these cards because it was just too slow for the format after the ban list. But I just came to the decision to take out one of the Luffys and one of the Shikis to put this in. And I think it won one of my games in Swiss, this card. But other than that, it was okay to have. It was sometimes good, sometimes not. But I think without it, I would have not done as well as I did. So happy with it. That's for our character cards. Next is just the events I've played. Played 1 Freestyle Sword Onigiri. This card was okay. Originally there was, I played multiple, like 2 or 3, but I dropped it to 1 because it was very telegraphed if you had free Don, so people would play around it. Even if, you know, even if it puts out a body, people will still like, oh, I know he's playing this card now because he has free Don up, I'll play around it or do a different procedures of how to play into my deck when I have free Don open. So I only played 1. 4 Bagua, best card, well, best event we have at the moment. Just helps you ramp up after you drop Kaido and get back into game. But I use them most of the times when I just take 2 life early and just ramp up to 10 as fast as possible. Really good. Then the last 2 is 3 Pump Gibsons, 3 Spiderweb. Both are nice. Spiderweb more than Pump Gibson, but Pump Gibson helped one of my games in I think the last round of Swiss. With when you have like blockers that you can't deal with, especially in the Kata matchup when there's Sanjis and Brulés just being played out of life. Punk Gibson's really good. But yeah, that's my deck for the top 16 for Adelaide Regionals.
Tell us about your top 16 match.
So I dodged every RP law, thankfully, because that was my worst matchup and I just didn't practice enough for it. But I versed, I think the first round was Blue Purple Croc, which is very weird. But I think you usually verse random decks at the first round. But then after that, pretty generic. Kata, 2 Doffies, and 3 Katas after that. My only loss in Swiss was the Kata, David Lamb, really good player. But yeah, and then top 16 died to a Kata. I did a really bad mulligan in game 1. Had higher seeds, so I got the choice. A playable hand and a mulligan into a 3 Choppers 2 Brook, and then I just lost from there. So yeah.
Thanks for the matchup. Are you playing this in OP05 format?
Oh, absolutely not. I'll probably be playing Purple Luffy. There's 4 queens in here, trying to make my money's worth out of it. But yeah, we'll see.
Thanks for deck profile and congratulations on your top cut. We'll see you here when you top cut Oceanics also.